It seems my list of mods keeps growing and growing and growing. That's because so many great and talented modders out there keep on coming out with awesome mods. Now you know I love my settlements. I spend a great deal of time working on them, fine-tuning them, trying to make them perfect. And so when new settlement mods come out, I get excited. In this episode, we're going to talk about some of the best settlement-related mods that have come out recently. Most of these came out this week, some of them have been out for a few weeks, but all of them are for settlements and all of them are amazing. This is Oxhorn's Mod Muster. First on the list today is MECHANIST'S LAIR Overhaul by MEDIZI. This mod cleans the MECHANIST'S LAIR. I know that sounds simple, but it's not. MEDIZI put in a ton of effort to scrub the entire MECHANIST'S LAIR of all of the trash and garbage in the entire thing. Not just the part that you can build on, but the entire Robco Sales and Service Center. You can now walk through the entire thing without seeing any garbage piled up in the corners or scrap robot parts lying against a wall. MEDIZI also placed doors on many of the exits and entrances to the main MECHANIST'S LAIR. In the game, when you use Ada to unlock the very elaborate doors that lead to the MECHANIST'S LAIR, there's no option to ever close them. This kinda makes you feel like your MECHANIST'S LAIR is not that secure. So, MEDIZI placed a bunch of sliding doors in those gaps so that now you can close the doors. But most impressively, MEDIZI expanded the workshop so that you can now build in the entire MECHANIST'S LAIR, including the part that is half underwater, including the cells where they kept the ghoul prisoners, including the RoboBrain lab. You could turn your MECHANIST'S LAIR into a huge facility, housing hundreds of settlers, rivaling the space of even Vault 88. So for those of you who got access to the MECHANIST'S LAIR and had hoped to be able to build a subterranean city and were slightly disappointed, this mod is for you. Very well done, MEDIZI. Next up is Settlement Workshop Integrated Fallout Teleporters, or SWIFT, by Pharos. This fun little mod gives you some immersive and even lore-friendly teleportation pads that you can use as an alternative to fast traveling between any of your settlements. A lot went into this mod and there's a bit of a backstory. Once you install the mod, head on over to the Mole Rat Den underneath the Red Rocket truck stop. In the very back of the den, you're going to find a new skeleton in a lab coat holding a broom. On the ground next to the skeleton is a magazine. After you loot this magazine, you now have the ability to build these teleporters in your settlements. The magazine comes with a holotape with a little bit of a story. Basically, the scientist overwrote one of these Robco fun games and used it as a bit of a journal. You can read the notes to learn how this scientist got his hands on the Swift teleportation system. Anyway, once you get the magazine, you can then go to any settlement of your choice and build the teleporter. You're gonna find it in the special section of your build menu. Once you build the teleporter, you're gonna need to power it up, and then you're gonna need to connect a terminal to it. You can then use the terminal to access the settings for the teleporter. Now, if you've only built one of these teleporters, then obviously you're not gonna have anything here for you to do. So you need to build another one at another settlement. So in this case, I'm gonna run on up to Sanctuary, build a teleportation pad here, then we can run back to the Red Rocket truck stop, use the terminal, and choose a destination. Here I am at Red Rocket. I'm going to choose Sanctuary as my destination. Then once my destination is set and everything is powered up, we are ready to go. I can step on top of the pad and then activate it to get teleported. And there you have it. It just works. It's simple, it fits in with the feel of the game, it's reminiscent of the Institute Relay, and it comes with a nice little backstory. For those of you who never liked the fast travel system of Fallout 4, this is a great alternative for you. Thank you, Pharos. Next up is more colorful general merchandise by Mentha. Just in time for Easter, we get a bunch of Easter goodies. But this mod is a fun touch to use even after Easter is over. This mod gives you a bunch bunch of goodies in glass jars. In addition to sweets, you can find a bunch of plants and other regents inside these little jars. Brain fungus, blood leaf, hub flowers. And then the mod author gave us some candy. Jawbreakers, lollipops, some of those unicorn lollipop things, big old candied eggs. And then he put some of these sweets inside open-air cups and individually, giving you more options to decorate your settlement. I can see this mod used hand in hand with Orphans of the Commonwealth to give sweets to your child settlers. It also makes great set decorations for any sort of general goods store you may have in your settlement. A nice welcome addition. Thank you, Mentha. Next up, and something that I have been wanting for a very long time, is Canopies with Animation by M. Lepave. This mod adds a variety of new cloth canopies to your settlement build menu. There are some floating ones that you can use to attach to walls, but my favorites are the ones that come on top of scaffolding poles. I love building open-air marketplaces, but the weather is a bit of an issue. I always imagine that having a bunch of rain or a rad storm going on would harm business. But now with this mod, I can place these canopies above my open-air marketplaces, giving the trader and his customers a little bit of shelter. But the coolest thing about them is that these canopies do wave in the breeze, and the animation is very realistic. The canopies come in a number of colors, the traditional red that we're used to. We see this color often in the game, but it also comes with a mustard yellow, a bluish green, and then an olive green sort of color. You can snap these side by side to make an outdoor bazaar for your settlements. Something I've always wanted and very well executed. Thank you, M. Lepave. This next one is a little lore-breaking maybe, but it sure is a whole lot of fun. This is WHIRLIGIG SENTRY by Athelbrass. This mod gives you 4 new defense items for your settlements. Each of these are miniature vertibird drones that can defend your settlement during an attack. Each drone comes with a different weapon. One comes with a minigun, another comes with a Gatling laser, another comes with a Gauss cannon, and another comes with a disruptor. After you build the sentry pads, a little radar dish appears and begins to rotate. The drone then appears on the pad and takes off. It'll then hover over the pad until attacked by an enemy. When enemies arrive, the vertibird drones fly up high into the sky. I was actually surprised at how high these vertibirds went when attacking, but the distance doesn't seem to get in the way of their effectiveness. They're still very effective. In this scenario, I summoned squadron after squadron of raiders. I think the max I had was 30 some odd raiders, all throwing Molotov cocktails and shooting at these 4 vertibird drones. Now these drones can become damaged. When damaged, they cease to function until you repair them. You can repair them just like any other defense item in your settlement. Open up the workshop and then hover over and click the repair button to repair with some of the resources in your workshop. Once done, the drone is back to normal and can go on patrol. In terms of effectiveness, I can't say that these are more effective than the turrets that come with the game, the machine gun turrets, the heavy laser turrets, and the missile turrets, but they sure are a lot of fun. This would be great for somebody who's got a real science-focused gameplay. You spec high into hacker, you have a lot of robots in your settlements, and you need something really high-tech to defend your settlement from the dangers of the wasteland. If that's you, then this mod may be for you. It's a whole lot of fun. Thank you very much, Athelbrass. Next up are 2 very similar mods that I've been wanting for a very long time. First is Desk Lamps of the Commonwealth by Maciek1010. The choices of working desk lamps that we get in the game are really poor. We get one sort of mustard yellow round desk lamp with Wasteland Workshop, and then another one that's broken. It doesn't even have a lampshade. And that's it. If you want desk lamps, you get those 2 options. This mod changes it by giving you access to some of the other lamps that you find in dungeons throughout the game. You see these lamps in many office spaces and military bunkers, and they work, and they look great. And it's a bummer that you can't use them. But now with this mod, you can. These desk lamps are short, but they emit a great amount of light. They're perfect for directional lighting or for office space lighting. The next mod, which is very similar, is Working Table Lamps by Frau Zakinski. This mod gives you a wide range of new lamps for your settlements. These are not just office lamps, these are more room lamps. They're designed to give more light to larger rooms. The lamps come in a variety of shapes and sizes, and in versions that are broken, unbroken, with lampshades or without lampshades. There's a teal floral lamp, one version that's clean and one that's dirty. There's a blue lamp, also clean or dirty, with a lampshade or without. A purple one in various stages of disrepair, and even a new one made out of a rocket ship toy, which is a great little lamp for putting together a child's bedroom. Lighting is really important when building settlements, and nothing is more annoying than having a bunch of lights that look exactly the same. These two mods give us a little bit of diversity and make our settlements a whole lot more fun. Thank you very much, Masiek1010 and Frau Zakinski. And last on the list today is Scrappy Signs by SCRAPPY. This mod author wanted to give us more options for creating lettered messages in our settlements. Yes, we get the marquee from Contraptions Workshop and a whole bunch of nice lettering, but he wanted something a little bit more colorful, something that had more character. So he went through all of the business and corporate signs in the game, Poseidon Energy, Robco, ArcJet Systems, for example, and then stripped out the individual letters from those signs and then gave them to us in the settlement build menu. Now, since he put this together only from assets that come in the game, for some letters we have a whole lot of options, and for other letters we have only one option. This gives us letters that come in a wide range of sizes, some of which might not work together. Here I tried to spell Oxhorn, but the O is like 5 times bigger than all of the other letters, and I only had one option for the X and H. However, with a mod like Place Everywhere, you can resize the letters to fit what you need. Make the large ones smaller, make the small ones larger, and then you can finally make the message that you've always wanted. This is great for those of you who don't want to use neon signs for everything and don't want to have big marquees sticking outside of your settlements, and yet maybe you want to give your settlement a unique name. You can now use Scrappy Signs to build any sort of sign that you want. A nice little touch. Thank you, SCRAPPY. That's it for today's video. There are so many wonderful mods out there that I can't wait to show you. I had a hard time choosing the mods I wanted to include in this video because there are a whole bunch of others that are just as cool. But never fear, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be coming up with more mod showcases and more settlement specials in the future. So if you want to make sure that you don't miss those videos when I publish them, be sure to subscribe to this channel and click on that little notification bell to get notified when I publish those videos. What are your thoughts on these settlement mods, ladies and gentlemen? Are many of these new to you? Are there other new settlement mods out there that you absolutely love and you think I should do a video about them? Let me know in the comment section below. And if you haven't already, be sure to check out my Teespring t-shirt shop. I've got a bunch of cool designs in there and a wide range of merchandise that you can purchase. Many of them are Oxhorn themed and many are even Fallout 4 themed with some of your favorite Fallout 4 quotes. If you're interested, you can check out the shop by clicking the link in the description. And if you like what I do and you want to support me in a more personal way, consider becoming one of my patrons on Patreon. Patreon subscribers get access to a private channel on my Discord server, as well as a bunch of other cool Oxhorn perks. But more than anything, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just so glad that you're here watching this video with me today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you tomorrow morning bright and early with a brand new video.